Welcome to the Real Estate Espresso Podcast, your morning shot of what's new in the world of real estate investing. I'm your host, Victor Minash. On today's show, we're talking about the importance of digital marketing. Regardless what business you believe you're in, today's marketplace requires the expertise in digital marketing. As real estate investors, we're marketing products digitally as well. Whether it's a vacant apartment, an empty site in a mobile home park, lockers in a self-storage facility, or even listing a multifamily apartment building for sale. Every single one of these, in some way, shape, or form, are vying for attention from the correct target audience. But here's the problem. All of us are overwhelmed by the number and quantity of people, advertisers, and opportunities that are vying for our attention. We have to tune the vast majority of it out, simply as a matter of survival. So if we want our opportunity to be noticed, we need to go where people are looking. When we think of search, the name Google is usually the first to come to mind. The problem is that Google searches the entire universe. It's too big. We've all experienced the case where we conduct a search and Google reports there are 3 million instances of our keyword search results. But the fact is, most people rarely search beyond page 2. In fact, 50% of the search traffic usually goes to the first 1 or 2 listings on page 1 of the search results. Google is great at indexing keywords, but they're not great at determining search criteria that are not purely keyword-based. For example, if you're looking for an apartment complex for sale of more than 100 units and a cap rate of 6% or higher, Google is not going to give you any useful search results. There are more specialized marketplaces and search engines that are specific to those marketplaces. For example, YouTube is another powerful search engine. If I'm looking for instructions, say, on how to repair my dishwasher, I'll use YouTube as a search engine to find an instructional video. If I'm looking to buy or sell something locally, maybe a piece of furniture or some sporting equipment, then I would use Craigslist or perhaps the Facebook Marketplace as the search engine for something like that. If I'm looking to hire a keynote speaker for an event, I would look to the National Speakers Association as my search engine for finding a great keynote speaker. If I'm looking to purchase a gift or specialty item, I might choose Amazon as the search engine. And if I'm looking for a place to stay in a city I'm visiting, I would use Priceline.com or Airbnb as my search engine. Every single one of these search engines uses a different method, a different algorithm for presenting their search results. If I'm looking for a virtual assistant, I would use Upwork as the search engine. So when we think of search, there's much more than just Google that we need to focus on. Each one's different. And to be successful, we need to find someone who's a specialist in that specific search engine so that we get the best possible results from our initiative. How do you stand out and get noticed on each of these platforms? You might have the best offer in the world, but it's irrelevant if people don't know about it, if they don't get to see it. One of the common mistakes is for somebody to copy what's common on a given platform and make their listing look just like all the others. We often get trained at school to act like the other students, act just like the other children in the classroom, conform to the norms that society has set for us. We need to fit in. We need to act and look like we belong. When you do that, you get stuck in the sea of sameness. It's virtually impossible to get noticed when your offer is unremarkable. There's another end of the spectrum where people go out of their way to get noticed and do loud and crazy outlandish things simply to get attention. You probably remember those TV ads for Crazy Al's used cars. Come down this Saturday and Crazy Al will give you the deal of a lifetime. And Crazy Al is seen there in a bright yellow jacket waving his arms, huge circular gestures as cars drive off the lot. Crazy Al is simply crazy. He's not remarkable either. Your goal is to stand apart, to be distinct, to be remarkable, which means literally to be worthy of remark. But before you make a decision to advertise any service or product or offer, study the characteristics that make offers stand out. What is it that makes you notice this one and not the next? It's by doing those things that you'll get better ranking in your search results, in combination with the technical aspects that your search engine specialist is going to use to optimize the search results. As you think about that, have an awesome rest of your day. Don't get stuck in the sea of sameness. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.